We are all beginners. You don't agree? No worries. I'll elaborate on that in a bit. But first, let me share my story, how I started my journey with plants. I remember as a kid I would bring home plants, branches, seedlings which were discarded or simply growing where no one would take care of them. That's how it all started for me. And I'll be all candid here when I say nothing has changed for so many years. My relationship with plants has only grown stronger and emotional. Here's me to you, our little secret. If you see someone pruning their plants, trees, reach out and ask for some cuttings. If you see someone is letting some plants go, grab them and raise them. You can buy for sure, and if somehow they don't make it fine, you'll be reluctant to try one more time. So avoid spending right away. First, learn the signs and take it from there. Hey plant lover, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to my channel. 6 plants for beginners. You cannot go wrong with these plants even if you want to. What are those? Oleander, desert rose, snake plant, jade, money plant, cactus. Beginners are always in a dilemma. Should I buy some plants? What if it doesn't work out? What if the plant dies on me, and so on? Well, I'm here with some rescue plan, and if done right, we could have you graduating to a pro level in no time. So fasten your belts and enjoy the adventure as I take you on a short journey into the world of plants. Let's throw this word beginner out of this video for good. Anyone who doesn't get his hands dirty every week or so in a plant area, he's a beginner. We all have something that needs more training on our part. Maybe you never understood the effective way to use fertilizers. Watering too much or too little has been your story. Have destroyed a lot of plants using pesticide, or have no idea what the light requirements of indoor plants are. This individual lacks patience, knowledge, and interest in plants. But as soon as they decide to be a beginner, it means they're ready to develop a green thumb, no matter what. And today I'm going to share a great deal of information about some crazy plants which will make the beginner feel that he or she has arrived on the gardening scene. And before I cater to every plant, those 6 plants individually, with their traits, their flowering pattern, how they look, what the propagation looks like, I need to address one important thing. To me, I'm sharing these reasons why these plants qualify as plants for beginners. The most important thing here to note is these plants would give maximum returns for the efforts you put in, and that is simply is such an encouragement for anyone who's just starting out. And of course, these are easy to propagate, easy to care for, and easily available almost everywhere in the world, given their adaptability and popularity. Now, what plant would a beginner like? We need to look at the other side also. Flowering, year-round, even better, growing at a faster pace each year. They need to see it go crazy in size every month, and yes, they would love it if their plant is pest and insect resistant to an extent where it doesn't fall prey every other season to some kind of disease, some kind of infection. So these are the reasons that these plants have made it to my list. First up, we have money plant, Epipremnum aureum. This plant has so many names. It's also called devil's ivy. The reason is simple. Even if you keep this plant in dark, it will still retain its green color. So now as you can see, you can propagate it with single leaves. I'll also leave a link in the description where you can see when I'm propagating money plant from leaves, from cuttings. So it's quite easy. Just take a twig and start it in soil or water. So great indoor plant. You can keep it outside also in shade, but works the best indoors. Now we move to second plant, which is Crassula ovata, commonly known as jade plant, money tree. It's such a beautiful plant. The reason is simple. You can just cut a twig, put it in the soil, and you'll get a new plant. So any of those twigs which you see, you can kind of cut it really nicely and then remove the leaves at the bottom and put it in the soil, and it'll give you another plant. So propagation is that simple for any of the beginners to try out. Isn't that some beauty? I mean, look at those shiny brown stems and shiny green leaves. It looks like a tree which is kind of itsy. This plant is crazy in the sense, if you raise it for let's say 2-3 years, it'll start giving you a look of a bonsai, even if you don't try and make it look like a bonsai. So this plant is that good for a beginner to kind of start. Third one is cactus, one of my favorites. In fact, the area where I was born, it used to be a desert, and the only plant which was there was cactus. I have seen cactus which is like 3-4 stories tall. I'll show you in a bit. But these things are beautiful. They need minimum care. If you care too much, they might not survive. So it's that kind of plant. Alright, and I'll show you how they look when they grow. I mean, look at this. These are like 2 times taller than an average height person. They look beautiful. They'll grow really nicely and they won't bother you too much. So for a beginner, it's one of the plants you cannot miss getting. Fourth plant is snake plant. It used to be called Sansevieria, historically recognized genus of flowering plants, now included in the genus Dracaena. It's also known as mother-in-law's tongue, devil's tongue, ginn's tongue, bowstring hem, snake plant, and snake tongue. A great indoor plant, looks great, no doubt, and it's an air purifier. It flowers too. Propagation is as interesting as it can get. You just need to snap a leaf out of a plant and then put it in water or put it in soil, and it works like a charm. So try it. Every beginner, if you want to propagate your first plant, snake plant is your plant. Number 5, another interesting plant for beginners, of course, it's Oleander, or Nerium oleander, simply called Oleander. This plant again comes in like the flower colors, red, white, pink. There are so many colors in this plant that you would be amazed if you get 2-3 of them. The flowers, as you can see, they appear in bunches. They look beautiful. It's kind of poisonous, but again, which plant is not poisonous? I mean, it's not every day or every time you go to your garden and you pluck some leaves and you eat them, right? So it's fine. That's their way of countering any kind of pests or disease. Again, a great fencing plant, also a great ornamental plant. You should get it. Number 6, desert rose, also known as Adenium. When you look at the flowers, when you look at the plant, You might say, why would I save the best for the last? Well, all the plants I shared with you, they're all crazy in their own right. They look beautiful, but this one kind of has my heart a little bit more than all those plants. Alright, and it might soon turn out to be your favorite also if you're just planning to get 2 plants. I mean, look at the flowers, the colors, the size of the flowers, it's amazing. In fact, it has often been kind of, because of the flowers, it's kind of, some people mistakenly call it Palmaria also. Look at the flowers, and when you see the stem, it's unusually thick. The cordaces are the beauty factor of this plant. This plant, even you put a seed in a pot, it grows within like 6 months, it'll start giving you the look of a bonsai. I mean, how cool is that? So if you're looking to buy one plant, go with this, because this would make you learn so many things about plants. You can try out different techniques. This plant won't mind any of them. I mean, look at the pace on it. It's amazing. And if you want to be sure about the propagation of all these plants, make sure you check out the links in the description box, because I have put in quite a few videos wherein you can choose your plant and then you can go ahead and have a look at the propagation techniques. Alright, make sure you do that. So that's a wrap for the video. All the plants we spoke about today have another thing in common, apart from being beginners friendly. They will also allow you to learn some advanced gardening techniques. Grafting, bonsai making, air layering, root training, propagation in water, propagation in soil, and you name it. Bring them home now and enjoy gardening. Hope you enjoyed the video, cause sure I did, making and bringing it to you guys. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Anything you want to share, suggest, or have a question. Until next time, please take care and grow some plants for real. Goodbye.